Alright guys, today I'm going to be talking about my 15 favorite idle games. This is just my opinion and from when I actually played the game. Some of these have changed quite a bit since I played them, but I'm going to talk about what I like about them and which one's my favorite. This was this idea that was suggested by Richard Volk, so thank you again to him for actually giving me the idea to do this. It's a little bit more editing than I'm used to, so we'll see how it works. Alright. Number 15, Bash the Teacher Classroom Clicker. The reason this is at the bottom of the list is it's not very idle from when I played it. Let me look at the upgrades real quick, see if they changed anything. But it's like a pure clicker game, but it falls under the idler category for some reason. The reason why this is number 15 is like the upgrades don't feel like they do much for you, man, at all. Like it just little different animations. It doesn't actually like boost your stats, and it gets so stale. And it's the best part of the game is when you actually complete like a little stage and you get like a cartoony animation. But overall, it's just so redundant, and they really could have done like a better job. That like if you like I don't know attack what a plant or you attack this, maybe there's a little mini game that goes on besides me just hitting QW need over and over again. Cause God, that gets old, man. And basically, it doesn't really change anything when you do that. So it's like besides like sounds and things like that, and it just feels so repetitive and redundant. So that's why it's at the bottom of the list, guys. Number 14, Idle Raid. The reason this is number 14 is when I played this game had its auto advance behind a paywall, and I don't think it's changed. It plays like a mobile game. It doesn't have a full screen. It's not like I like the graphics, but it was not very fun. The fact that I couldn't like auto progress was just tragic and really freaking annoying. It plays a lot like Clicker Heroes, but oh my god, like the fact you don't auto progress is just ridiculous. Let me see if it does it right here. I know back in the day though, you had to buy to like actually advance, which is the worst thing ever. That's like should be a free mechanic. See how I didn't advance? That's so toxic, bro. How can you call it an idle game when I can't freaking play it idly without... I don't even know how I'd get it anymore. It's been a while since I played. But yeah, it's pretty much like a cash grab, so that's why it's so low on the list. Premium currency to get an auto march, and it only lasts for 60 minutes. That is tragic, dude. That is the worst thing maybe ever. That's so bad. Number 13, Idle Campaign. So this didn't have an unlock rating at first, which is really weird because when I was watching the video on this game, he had all the characters unlocked, but he was like a lower level than me. And when I first played this, there wasn't much to do except for like craft armor, and there wasn't many. It was like basically just spend all your currency. There wasn't many management aspects. It was basically just spend your currency as fast as possible, spam these every now and then. Honestly, it's not terrible. It's not like the first two. It's not like a whole new level of bad. And I do like that the creator did update it because you didn't have like anything telling you when you can get these levels. But if you look at the video, like the starting intro video, his character was lower level than my warrior, and he had both of his characters unlocked. So I just figured that was glitch, but he also didn't have a level on it to begin with. I think one of the other reviewers said he got to 500 too, but didn't have it unlocked, so who knows. But I'm glad that he did add like an unlock thing. It's really nice. Let's see what was my next one, because it might be a little bit higher than 13. Nah, 13 is where it belongs for right now. It could change in the future, and again, if you don't like my review, just check it out anyways. My review is not the end-all be-all for some of these games, because it's been a while since I played them. Well, this one I actually played recently, but they're getting updated, basically is what I meant to say. Number 12, Smalls, A Small Adventure. This game, it's kind of nice, because it's really short. Oh, did I lose my stuff? There's not a lot to do in the game. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. But it's kind of fun to see how fast you can beat it, and it does have idle aspects to it. The creator was really nice as well, and I actually did buy the DLC, which was kind of nice. But this has like old Final Fantasy graphics, and it's not bad. It's pretty okay. I think you do actually have to hit the next game, like the beginning, but you can skip through, which is kind of nice. But yeah, there's not too many ups or downs to it. It's pretty average, but it is kind of fun to figure out how you can maximize your play and see how fast you can get through the whole game. to get all the achievements. All the achievements work, and they don't have like a ridiculous one, which is like play for like 40 days or some crap like that. So, yeah, it's pretty average. I don't hate it. I thought it was okay. Also, there isn't too much management in this one either. That's like worth doing, because it's always worth pushing over doing like smithing and all that stuff. Like, you don't want to do this. This is a waste of time, honestly. You can. It's just a waste of time, boy. It's not worth doing. You honestly should just like do your missions constantly. Shop every now and then. Pretty average, like, idle game. This is like the most mediocre, but works and has achievements. Number 11, generic RPG idle. It's fun to play as you and kind of go through all the continents, and there's a ton of stuff to unlock. But there's not many aspects to manage. You have a few things to do. You can do your equipment. That's about it, honestly. Equipment, and then actually you get to do these things, which are kind of fun. You get to build this up. I don't know where all mine went. But then you get to the end, and you have nothing else to do. You basically just do this unknown tab, and then after that, it's just equipment management. The unknown gives you like some stats, but honestly, it should let you do this forever. Basically, you use time, and then you get like upgrades to your stats. But it doesn't like, you can't do it but so often in the game, and that really sucks. There is a story mode, but it was generic, as the name says. And when I played it, it wasn't fully released. I think the full release is actually coming out in 8 days. So, yeah, it's still not completely finished, even though it's been out for a couple months. But I think it's like a solo developer. And I think he did an okay job. Actually, one thing I really liked about playing as you is that there were these little bonus things that you could do, and you had to basically decide on when to do them. And they let you get danger areas, that's what they would call. And then when you did them, you get like certain stats for doing that, but like you hit a wall eventually, and you're just basically doing them as much as you can. And then when you can't do it, you just idle in Lagrima, pretty much. So it's an okay game. It's definitely better than Smalls, but it's still not great. It's okay. It's generic. Number 10, Jump to Die 2, Bloody Soul. This game was actually super interesting, and I liked it a good bit, but there's no achievements, and it takes freaking, like I hit like a super hard wall. Like, I just stopped progressing at a certain point, and it really sucked. But I do like the game a lot. I think it's really well made. You basically just summon demons, and you get to make buildings, and it's a good bit of fun, actually. I actually enjoyed the game. It's just the grind wasn't worth it. Honestly, I'm not gonna win this. I just kind of wanted to show you what Holy War kind of looks like. But yeah, the amount of stuff you need to like progress gets so expensive, and your upgrades don't really match with it. And the sheer fact that you don't get any achievements just kind of sucks. You just kind of get stuck, honestly. Like upgrades and whatnot, but it's okay. It's not terrible. I actually enjoyed it a good bit. It's just when I hit the wall, I just lost interest in it. Really hard. Especially for the fact it didn't have achievements. But it's a pretty good idle game. This one I actually had to like play for a little bit because this is probably one of the older ones I played. And I kind of forgot how it worked because I played it like hardcore for like a day or two and then I stopped. I hadn't played it since. So I had to actually relearn it a little bit. I forgot you actually had to summon your demons from here. And that these buildings were just like upgrade buildings, pretty much. That you actually build with your blood. Number 9, Idol Hero. I actually like this one. I'm still playing it, to be honest with you, because it has a leaderboard, even though I'm pretty sure this guy's cheating. Actually, I don't know. He's been playing it consistently because his score keeps going up. I don't know. He plays the crap out of it, I guess. I don't know how he got a score so high so fast, but there's not much in it, honestly, because it's like super repetitive, but at the same time, the achievements are pretty easy to get, minus the last one. I'm still working on it. Which is just basically buy upgrades. I'm almost there. Once I get all the achievements, I'll probably quit playing. But I like the fact it has a leaderboard. I think that's nice. So you can get a little bit of recognition for still playing it, because Mangler is obviously the best at the game. And you do feel a lot more powerful as you get your upgrades over here, which is nice. The only thing is like I said, it's very redundant. You basically, at the point I'm at now, you just spend a little bit of gold and you can make it all the way to the end. Because there's only 96 levels and none of them, there is no wall in this game. The wall does not exist. And there's only so much management you can do. It's kind of like Clicker Heroes as well, except you don't have the clicking. where you unlock units and they do all the damage for you. And clicker heroes, you don't really click either, to be honest with you, unless you go an active build, which you don't need to, but you can. You can. Actually, I do. Oh, well, seeing clicker heroes, what they came out with that I really liked was the auto clickers, and the fact you can get rubies from clicking clickables made it where you could get. I'll talk about that more when we get there. I just kind of ran out of things to say for this. It's pretty cut and dry, but I like it. It's okay. That's why it's number 9. Has achievements, has a leaderboard, doesn't have any music. Would be nice if the creator put in like some kind of generic background as well. Oh yeah, you can click in this. I lied. You just don't, or I don't. Anyways. Alright. Number 8, Idle Pens. I actually have to update my review on this one because I actually started playing it again after I first played it, and I like it a lot more than I did originally. This is a whole new area, but one thing I really don't like about this game is the endgame. I don't like how the tower works at all. I just think it's boring. Well, the only thing I do like about the endgame is the boostomatizer, which gives you these little rewards that drop randomly, and the more you get, like, the more you unlock faster. So that's kind of nice. The game is just really slow, which is what I said in my review, because when I first played it, I played it for like a couple hours straight and I just couldn't get anywhere. It just took forever. One thing that I like that they did though is this rest mechanic once you finally get it, because you can really like manipulate the game at that point, and it's a really nice like active management mechanic, because like say I have pins that hit super hard but they're slow, I can start the rest, wait for them to get to the end of their thing here, and then end the rest, and they'll attack out like instantly. But you have to be careful because you actually have to win the fight, because if you use the rest mechanic, the fight starts over. So if you can't kill it, it doesn't help you, because it's going to get all of its health back. But it is a nice thing to be able to manipulate based off your build. If you're a fast attacking build, you really don't need to use it. But if you're slow attacking, there's a lot of builds you can do, and there's permanent pins. There's stuff that I really like. Plus, the creator, when he does like holiday events, he leaves them up forever. Make sure that you can unlock everything if you play. Like the Valentine's Day event, I think I got everything unlocked in like a week or two, and it was open till like May, from like February to May or June, which is like forever. So that's really nice. And the creator does like streams, and he'll let you know when he's streaming, and he'll give you like premium currency. Because I don't spend any money on pay-to-win mechanics, but I got a lot of stuff unlocked, and I still have like a good bit to use. Like I unlocked all the things I unlocked with the premium currency just by free stuff that he gives you from doing, like, stopping into a stream. You don't even have to stay the whole time, I don't believe. But I do believe that the actual power-up is super underwhelming, and a lot of things in the game takes a very long time to get. A very, very long time. But when you do get something, it is rewarding. I haven't played through this area yet because it's new to me. It wasn't out when I was playing it in like either May or June or something like that. But I just do not like the tower. I don't like having to roll like a floor and just like sitting there and grinding it. You basically just roll it until you get the currency you want, and you just keep doing it. But it is better than I thought. It's actually a pretty good idle game if you like idle games. It's enjoyable. Number 7, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. I always come back to this one. It's really interesting. I like it a lot. Obviously, it's based off Dungeons & Dragons, which I find the lore awesome. I just don't play it. So let's start with the things I don't like about it. Once you get to a certain point in the game, your characters kind of run out of upgrades for levels, and it kind of feels like the game stagnates super hard. Like, it feels like the only upgrades that you do is, like, from boosting your equipment. One thing that I super like, though, is that if you go to the Reddit, they give treasure chests when people are streaming. They'll give them, like, key codes that you can put in on here. And it makes it super easy to unlock, like, all the characters that you want. And then I like seeing how certain characters and their skills interact with each other and, like, trying to build different formations. That's kind of nice, but once you get to a certain point, it really feels like there's not much to do. You kind of just hit a wall, and then you're just grinding equipment, it feels like. And you could try out new champions, but once I got who I wanted, I was pretty much done. You can have, like, multiple parties going at the same time, too, which is nice. But there is tiers, obviously. Some characters are just way better than others. Some of them just kind of suck. And I don't know, I just felt so underwhelmed by like the upgrade system. And it's a very idle game. There's no real reason to play it actively unless you're like wall pushing with like fire breath potion, which makes your clicks do more damage based off like your total damage. There are a lot of achievements and stuff like that, and you can get upgrades through your favor, which is nice, but it's It's okay. It's not like anything major. I don't feel like there's anything that comes super well from like managing the game actively, which kind of sucks for me personally. But yeah, if you like straight up idle games and you like D&D lore and stuff like that, this is pretty dope. I like that you can get all the characters pretty easily, but I just wish there was more you could manage in the game itself. Because like every so many levels you get like these little upgrades, but then you get to this stop point where it's like, okay, you can't upgrade it no more. It upgrades itself, like your max upgrades, and then you just kind of wall out after that, unless you're like using your potions and your consumables. Overall, it's pretty okay. I like the music a lot too. I have it off right now because when I'm playing an idle game, obviously I turn the music off because I don't want that banging. Actually, I don't. Why is it? Oh yeah, I didn't need it. And you have a little jukebox so you can actually manage the music, and it's really nice. It's cool seeing all the characters and their skills and kind of like messing around with it. So it's really good. It's just not my favorite, honestly. I just felt kind of underwhelmed by the end game. It was kind of like with the idle pins, just kind of underwhelmed. But yeah, it is. When you start playing it, you'll have a lot of fun, I believe, and you might still have fun afterwards, like trying to maximize. And some of the characters have like certain abilities where like they continuously scale, which is nice, but not everyone has that. Like this guy gets like damage from actually like killing certain units. And there's tons of achievements if you actually go through and do the quest. Some of the quests are really hard too, honestly, because they make you use certain builds, and then you actually have patrons, which basically I honestly wish they had their own separate missions, but from what I've seen for it, it's kind of like you do the same missions again with their like little subset things that make you where you can only use certain units. But yeah, and then you get a little bit more upgrades. But I feel like these upgrades, even though it seems like a lot, I feel like it's not that good compared to what you actually do with your characters themselves till you get them to max. I do like the auto clickers as well because they actually make it where like they'll auto pick up stuff, they'll auto advance the stage. Let me see if I can find where it tells you what they do if you have so many. But yeah, I did like an all evil build because I just think that's cool, even though it's probably not optimal. Some of the evil characters are really good, but I don't feel like some of the characters, which makes me sad, just don't mesh well with other characters. So they're like low tier, but they're like super cool looking characters. Yeah. Okay, so these are my familiars. So basically what they do is like they'll auto advance and oh, I don't have them all in the same spot. I think I'd actually have to look it up on Reddit, but just they basically just make everything go faster for you. And they're actually pretty hard to get because they do take premium currency. But like I said, you do get premium currency from chests and whatnot. This is a solid number 7 though. There's one thing, where's the moderns at? I don't even understand the modern stuff, bro, at all. And I think it has like a pay-to-win aspect to it, and I cannot even tell you. I get that you're supposed to connect the pipes, and like they lose flow depending on how much you split them up and stuff like that. I don't get it. It's a little bit too advanced for me, and I don't understand how to like fully connect them. And I think you actually have to buy chests and stuff to like make this work very good. So I'm not going to really take this into account. I just don't understand it. And I'm not going to pay money to figure it out either. I just don't pay to win ever. I could be wrong though. There's probably some way to do this cheaply, but I didn't really see many modern chests when doing from the Reddit thing. Usually you get like a lot of gold chests, but not modern ones. So I can't tell you on this at all, to be honest with you. Number 6, Kiwi Clicker Juiced Up. Really enjoyed playing through this. All the things aren't out of the game yet, which is a shame. Like, it didn't release with all the content, but he is updating it, and I think there's only one part left before it's a full game, which kind of turned me off a little bit because, like, you can't get all the achievements yet, and I played the crap out of this game to try to get all the achievements, and, like, oh, do I have to actually... No, there's a way to do this. You just gotta believe. Do I have to... Oh, no, I was trying to leave this up. Okay, whatever. Don't care. So... like when you get these upgrades, they actually feel super rewarding, and it's really fun to figure out which ones you think are the best to get. This is useless right now. It didn't say upcoming content when I got it at first, just saying. But it is a lot of fun, and I love that he actually has like tech trees for what type of player you want to be. I think that is so dope. Alchemy really sucked at the start, but now it's pretty okay on certain things. But active build is actually super rewarding, which is nice. And I feel like the creator did a good job of like balancing all the builds for like your playstyle. Even though this one released really, really crappy. I think it actually got a little bit nerfed too. I'm not sure. Try something real quick. I'm interested. Let's transcend. But yeah, one thing I really liked about this game is that one is cute as hell. I really like that you like when you transcend and stuff like that is super important. Yeah, see, this got nerfed. It used to be if you had oh wait, maybe not. Oh, I don't have time to check. I'm not sure if this got nerfed. Let's put it that way, because I'm not gonna wait for a potion. Used to be if you had the same tier potion, you could put it on top of another potion, and it would upgrade. But I think that might have actually been removed. I'm not positive. Yeah, I don't think you can do that anymore, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you, if that's true. Oh no, you can. Okay, I lied. You can still do it. Okay, fine. I just didn't have that unlocked because I was on one of the pennants. I like the pennants too because it makes it where you get more transcendence things, and it gives you like little challenges. This one's hard. This one's really hard. The where everything stays level one. I was trying to do that with the potion, which is why I didn't want to really reset, but it's too late now. I made my decision. And then you have these little babies now, which was cool to level up as well. The wee wees. It's a very cute game, and it's a lot of fun. Definitely recommend it. And yeah, one thing I'd recommend, especially if you're gonna make a video of it, get the Kiwi Clicker. I don't know. Get this, get this. So you don't have to click constantly. You can just hold the click. It's actually a super good upgrade. Definitely if you're playing actively with the archery. So dope. And like, basically, there's a good bit of management that can keep you in the game, and the active pays off. So it's actually a good idle game that you can play actively. I like idle games, but I like to play them actively. I know that's kind of defeating the purpose for some people, but I just like to see the big numbers and the scaling and the upgrades. I love games with upgrades, bro. So this is why this is number 6 for me. And this is like where we're getting into the really good idle games, in my opinion. Like 6 to number 1 are like really fun idle games, in my opinion. I enjoyed playing the heck out of them, and I don't have many complaints. The main complaint with this one is it didn't fully release, and we're still waiting on an update. That's the main complaint about it. And I can't really give it too high of a score when I don't know what this is going to be, and I feel like 6 is a very strong spot for where it's at right now. Number 5, Fastest Hands in the Wasson. I actually love this game. It's so good. It's so good. I'm telling you. I actually was debating like swapping 3 and 4 for this, but yeah, I just can't. I love that it has a duel mode, which is so sick and so hard. I don't know how you beat this, man. Watch this. I actually gotta show you how this. So you gotta like do this as fast as you can. Oh, I'm not doing this right at all, but usually I do this pretty quick. And you gotta like do Wasson combos that like something like that. But oh, it's so fun. I don't know how he beat Broccoli. He's like God without cheating. But yeah, I love there's some combos that you can make in this, and you get like an insta kill. It's so easy to insta kill when you start like mixing and matching. It feels really rewarding as well because this thing does percent damage, right? And I got it where it's doing like 1,142% damage. So, and then when I like proc it with one of my other abilities, which is the pistol in this case, the water ability, it actually procs the fire and makes it where it like insta kills them. Or I can have my little pet over there insta kill them as well, which is kind of nice. I think it's actually my pet that's procking it. Because I think, what pet do I have on right now? Certain abilities that they use actually procs the fire explosion, which actually one-shots everything. And then you have like this, there's like a lot of references and stuff like that. I think I pretty much got them all. I just didn't have the special version of each one yet, but I've unlocked most of them. And it is a blast. But yeah, I can basically just go forever in this game and never get stuck. Don't remember. I just don't have it leveled up. I could definitely kill that guy if I wanted to. I just don't have my build leveled up. But there's plenty of ways where you can one-shot people, like with the knife and whatnot. But yeah, this game is so sick. It's simple, but it is fun, and it feels super rewarding. I like watching things get one-shot super fast. Even though I'm not doing the correct build right now, I just don't have time to figure it out. And then, like, all these hats I have, those are like, you actually don't get too many prestige things, but you don't really need them either. Like, so you get prestige, and then you get to pick your weapon. Shotgun's is the best. And then you pick a second weapon, or you can be able to pick the shotgun again. You don't have to. Go away. Oh, go away. trying to get to the prestige. Like this is most of your prestige stuff, and you get it maxed really quickly, and then basically you just start getting the hats, which give you other bonuses. And I wish I'd stop leveling up. I'm not trying to, but yeah, you get these, and you just keep stacking them up on top of your head, and God. But yeah, it is a blast. I definitely recommend it. There's not too much to talk to because it's pretty straightforward once you start playing it, but it feels super rewarding, and unlocking everything was a blast. I don't know if I got all the achievements or not. I didn't. Oh yeah, because I can't beat that guy. I cannot beat Broccoli. I got pretty close a couple times, but I just haven't played in so long. I don't think I can get that close. But it's also good to see through all the references and whatnot in the game, and you can actually read all their storylines. Or if you don't want to read them, you can watch my video because I'm pretty sure I did it myself. Number 4, Soda Dungeon 2. I actually like this one a good bit, but I felt like we had to wait so long for Soda Dungeon 2, and it felt when it first came out like there wasn't much in game, and it still feels a little bit bare bones. Like I don't like some of the classes as well as I did in the first one, and I don't like some of the upgrades and weapons as much as I did in the first one as well. They are updating it, but it takes a while for them to do an update, and I really obviously it plays almost exactly like the first one. You just have different upgrades and more little things to do like the crafting, even though I feel like a lot of it's just pointless. There's obviously like a #1 build right now to go as fast as possible, which is the Essence Claw slash thing. I find it. I don't even think I have it equipped for some reason. But yeah, I do like the loadouts, but I just don't feel like it had as much stuff as the first one did. And I get it, it's because the first one was updating for a while after it released itself, and I got onto that like pretty much once it already had started, got like they hadn't updated it anymore. The updates for this roll out super slow. I think we just got the jungle place, and honestly, I have to like farm an item before I can even run it because there's one mob that does something. Oh, it puts my units to sleep, and then they die. It's annoying, and I have to get something to make it where they can't do that to me. Not asleep. It's some kind of status effect, petrification or something. Let's see. Let's go to that jungle place. But yeah, Soda Dungeon's obviously just a top tier freaking idle game. Even though like while you're playing it yourself, you don't have like you. I like that you get to set up your like builds ahead of time for your abilities and whatnot. But this is one of those games where you get to see the big numbers. It's honestly this is pretty much a pure idle game. You don't do much. You just put it on auto as soon as you can actually unlock it, and you watch the gameplay itself. But it's actually like one of those pure idle games that I really enjoy because I really like the big numbers, and it's like very aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, I 100%ed this so long ago. What sucks as well is like once the game got updated, I don't think they added achievements or anything, which is lame. Just like a new area and some new items, but like even the items are underwhelming. So yeah, that's basically how I feel about Soda Dungeon 2. Number 3, Soda Dungeon. I enjoyed this so much more than number 2. I'm just gonna be honest. I felt so underwhelmed with number 2. And some of the I love some of the classes in freaking the first one. As always, we got 100% achievement. I think we downed most of these. And I just feel like this one had better stuff. Like, honestly, it might be personal preference. But, and again, like, it did come out way after. I mean, like, it had all of its updates already done. And I think he's still updating Soda Dungeon 2, maybe. But I just felt like this one was way more aesthetically pleasing with this. By far. I loved watching it. And all these upgrades felt a little bit more rewarding. I don't know. It just felt like a blast. Overall, I just love this game. I'm not going to rant on it too much because basically I said how I felt about Soda Dungeon 1 and 2 already in the first one. But it just felt super nice. And then they had like secret characters and stuff like that, which they didn't have in Soda Dungeon number 1. I don't know which one I played more. Probably left Soda Dungeon 2 open more, but I actually probably played Soda Dungeon 1 better. And I really like the aesthetic. I know it's like not as clean looking, but I kind of like it because it's retro. I mean, they're both retro. This one just sticks to the retro better. Soda Dungeon 2 definitely had a better story though, for sure. It's longer, has a better story, but I just feel like everything played way better in 2. I mean, in one. Sorry. Yeah, I have way more hours on two. But yeah, I just felt like some of the weapons were so cool and everything like that. Number two, Clicker Heroes. Obviously, you knew Clicker Heroes had to be on here. This is one of the first. This is the first idle game I think I played, to be honest with you. And it has. Oh, I love the transcension and like figuring out how you want to do that, and it's so good. This is such a good game. And I love that they have collectibles that you can get that give you rubies. What build am I doing right now? My idle or active? Probably active, I would assume. Yeah, I'm active because I have Juggernaut. The relics are super dope. You have so many cool upgrades in this game. Oh, that's just withstood the test of time so well. But you know what? I couldn't 100% it. And I probably could have done everything but get Leroy. Because Leroy's RNG, boys. I've been throwing away... Oh, bro. Yeah, I spent so long trying to get Leroy, bro. Let's see. How many hours do I have on this game? Oh, just 4,900 hours. Why is my Dungeon 2 time so up? I did not play this for 3,000 hours. That's glitched or something. Or I just left it open and didn't even like look at it. Because I played this so long trying to get Leroy, man. But Clicker Heroes is just a classic, dude. Oh, it's so good. I honestly want to start playing it again. And I like the clans. I think I actually destroyed my clan for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I would do that, but I'm sure I did. But it is so good, dude. This game is just fantastic. Cannot say enough about it. If I could have found Leroy, I would have 100%ed it. I know you could, I know some people put their saves online. I'm not going to do that. That's cheating. But see, I got 2 rubies off that right there. And you only need like so many to get the auto clickers, which basically makes your active build and idle build. It's so good, dude. I cannot. If you haven't played Clicker Hero, you should. I did not buy Clicker Heroes 2 because it was 15 bucks, bro. And it looked worse than this did. Like, this hasn't been updated, I don't think, in a long time. Let's look at the champions we got right now. See, this hasn't been updated in a very long time, and I'm sure it's better than the Clicker Heroes 2. It's so good. Oh. I really can't judge Clicker Heroes 2 because I haven't played it, but I looked at the reviews, I looked at how it played, I saw that it was 15 bucks. No, thank you. Honestly, if they would have put it at like, I don't know. I would have honestly paid like 5 or 10 bucks, I think. Was it 15 bucks or was it 30 bucks? It just didn't look like Clicker Heroes either. The booming age! 20 bucks. It's probably more than that when it first released, maybe. Bruh. And it's not even full release yet. I think it's a dead game. According to people. Yeah, devs received negative feedback and abandoned the game over a year ago. I don't know if that's true or not, but it has been unstable for like, when did this come out? Like a long time ago. 2018, bro. 4 years and it's not finished. So yeah, I can't even imagine how they, really all they needed to do, they could have just kept updating this, or put like, make this with like new stuff, pretty much. That's basically, I think, what everybody wanted. Maybe add some new graphics and stuff like that, but you didn't need to completely change the game. That's why you got negative reviews. And I'm pretty sure it released at 30 bucks, but it could have been 20 bucks. Either way, that's too much for a lesser game. I'm not going to leave a game that's even better to do that. But yeah. If you haven't played Clicker Heroes, you need to. Even though it's like one of the first ones I played, it's still one of the best by far. It just got dethroned, honestly, recently with me. So, number 1, God's Bane Idol. This is going to be controversial as heck. I don't care. Most people's complaint about this game is that it's very complicated, and it is. It is very complicated. I actually have had to use this guide, but even some of the new stuff they don't describe. There's some things in the game which aren't really in the game, but it does get updated, so that's nice. But like this, for instance, has not been implemented the whole time, but I've got it leveled, so when it does, I'm ready. And like these don't have descriptions any yet. It actually had to be removed because somebody claimed that it like took their name or something, even though it's like 100 times better game than the other one, and it really didn't take the name, so whatever. But it's back on Steam, And this game just has so much management things you can do. And oh, bro, the Paragon. This is Path of Exile right here, and I love it. I am here for it. And people complain that you can't get enough Paragon things. There's so many ways to get Paragon levels that it's ridiculous. Like PoE, I probably couldn't even fill this much at like max level, to be honest with you, because you get like 100 points max, I believe. And if you get to 99 to whatever the max is, you're a champion. Because if you die once from like some random thing, you lose all your XP. Good luck. Good luck on PoE and maxing the level. But see, you get Paragon points from leveling up. You can get Paragon points from memory. You can trade in your memory for Paragon points. I saw that. The reason I'm ranting about this is I saw this in a review, and people just they leave reviews and they don't play the game, and that makes me so mad. They like give up, get frustrated, and it's just so fun, dude. There's so many things to manage, and this is preference, obviously. But I feel like I have enough things to do. I can play actively, and it feels super rewarding when you get your trials done and unlock new things and like getting stronger, bigger numbers, getting further in the game. Ah, and it like really rewards you for progressing as well. It's you do hit walls pretty frequently, but there's so much stuff that you can do, and you always feel like you're getting stronger. I absolutely love this game. It's one of my favorites. It is very complicated, but it's fun to figure out, in my opinion, and it's fun to see what else there is in the game. Like, I don't know if these are even in the game, but I haven't got them yet. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they were in the game. I think this is also on itch.io, but I play it through Steam because I want achievements. I haven't got all the achievements. Some of them are ridiculously long to get. But I'm telling you, I definitely recommend this if you have any patience to figure out a game at all. It can be very complicated, but man, and there's not like animations. It's not the prettiest. Clicker Heroes is prettier, and that came out like 10 years before it, maybe. But I cannot recommend this enough. If you have the patience and you like to see like progress, this is one of the best progression games I've probably ever played. It's so good. And playing actively feels good. Not playing actively feels good when I come back from doing something. I actually have a hard time putting this down sometimes because I want to keep doing things in it. But when I come back from like, I go to my like families every weekend and spend time with them. And when I come back, I have all this stuff to spend, and it feels just fantastic. I can't really get into the intricacies. I have a video. It doesn't have everything unlocked. When I do get everything unlocked, TM maybe. Kind of like Idlepens. I never did make an update video for that. This is the Idlepens update video. But this should, like, once I get everything unlocked one day, maybe, I'll probably release a new video for it because there's just so much stuff in the game. And the tutorial really fails you because, like, it doesn't have everything. And it's long. The tutorial is long, bro. Long. Long. It's a lot of reading. But it's kind of worth it in some points. But yeah, there's just so many things in this game. It's actually fantastic, though. But like I said, it could be a little bit more polished, and the creator definitely needs to update some things. But, oh, I love it so much. Alright guys, this has been my video. Hopefully it's helpful to help you find some good idle/clicker games if you like them. But yeah. I know this first pick's controversial. Honestly, Clicker Heroes would be my first pick if it wasn't for this. But, yeah, that's my personal opinion. And like I said, if some of those other games look good, some of them have been updated since I played them. So, I would still recommend checking them out, except for number 15 and I think 14 was the other one. I think both of those didn't really get anything worth updating that might make it worth playing. Let's see what 14 was. I don't remember. Been doing this straight, but I don't play that crap. It was interesting at first, but the fact that they want you to pay for auto marches is garbage. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Bye!